What's going on YouTube? Uberman here. Made some modifications to the Stang today. Yes, we deleted the cats, deleted the rear O2s, deleted the H-pipe, went back with a pace setter, catless mid-pipes, and a pace setter off-road X-pipe. We also dumped this troublesome sway bar, which is from a V6 and doesn't belong on my car, which is why I had so many problems with it. That and the fact that it was installed upside down caused me a lot of headaches, troubleshooting, time, and money. I ordered a brand new sway bar designed for this car, and it is installed properly as of today. And we've already got the X-pipe and the catless mids installed. Now we're working on the FRPP, which is the Ford Racing Performance Parts Cold Air Intake. This particular one I bought secondhand. This came off of a billet Mustang. This is OEM for that particular car in 2008. As you can see, this is a genuine Ford Racing product. This is my original. Unfortunately, showing you how to do this isn't going to do you a lot of good if you've got a stock Mustang. This is a fairly cheap but functional aftermarket cold air intake, and I wanted this one. This has the 85 millimeter mass airflow sensor housing right here, and this does require a custom tune. But since I've already upgraded so many parts today, it's time to do the custom tune anyway. So the last step here is pulling off this old cold air intake and installing the new Ford Racing intake. Taking this thing apart is pretty simple. Go ahead and walk you through it, even though you shouldn't really need any help, but just in case you do, loosen your clamp around here. Look how flimsy this is. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. You can't smash this if you wanted to. Alright, loosen this clamp. This is your mass airflow sensor. Pull the red tab out, push down, pull this out, move it out of your way. There's a hose down here. You've got to unplug right there, pop that sucker off. And there were a couple miscellaneous bolts that were drilled into the car, which I wasn't very happy about, but at that point, give it a tug and pull off this thing. And by the way, guys, if you're going to go with cold air intake, I'll sell that. But if you're going to go with a cold air intake, I highly recommend you do not use metal. Metal has ridiculous amount of heat soak, whereas this is a whole lot better keeping heat out than metal is. And if you'll notice, this Ford Racing version has an entire cover that's going to move all this junk out of the way here. You'll see that this is going to isolate the airbox. This isn't exactly how it's going to go, but it will be about like this. Alright? What this does is this isolates the intake, and I've got my K&N filter in the backyard. I cleaned it and had to charge it with oil so it's drying for a minute. But this has a nice big gasket, and the gasket goes around here too, where this gap is, and this seals it up to the hood, and it really does a wonderful job of keeping heat from the exhaust back here, heat from the radiator and the cooling fan here, out of the airbox. Alright guys, so there she is installed. It took me maybe 30-45 minutes, really not that difficult, and I did have it taken apart. You know, the air filter was taken off, and I had to clean some things up, and definitely didn't want to fit the first go-around. Took a couple tries with it, but she's in there. She looks good. I'm happy. Now what we have to do is verify I got that mass airflow sensor in there. We go to our tuner, make sure we update it for the 85 millimeter billet cold air intake, as well as the X-pipes, catless mids, blah blah blah. This is the E85 race tune with all of the modifications included to the car. All right, the vehicle is now programmed. Now it's time to fire it up. There she is. She's loud, guys. It's no joke. Go back here and take a listen. Beautiful. And there you have it, guys. Yes, we are still running E85 and we're having no trouble at all. I just keep modding and modding. I think next we'll put in some, may go with some Mother Thumper cams. And then obviously with the Mother Thumper cams, I'll end up going with the Ford Racing larger intake, larger throttle body. We may just have us some fun with this thing yet. Thanks for watching, guys. That's all I got for you today. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Be safe out there, and Mustang on.